Let me teach you how to achieve this Rich Aunty Bubu gown that comes with a drawstring and a side slit. It also comes with an inner belt and a white inner gown. If this looks like what you are interested in, then you are welcome to Sew With Anita, where I share tips that no one talks about that will elevate your sewing skills from a basic to professional. So if you're just joining us for the first time, you're welcome. Hit on the like and subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I drop videos like this. To my returning subscribers, I love you guys so much, and without further ado, let's dive into this tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to teach is the inner wear that comes with this bubu. So I've gone ahead to place my fabric on a fold 8 to 2. I folded it to 2, then I'm folding it into 2 again. So this is a fold 8 to 4 because I'll be cutting the front piece and the back together. So I'm just cutting out my starting line to make it straight. Then I'll take my neck measurement, which is 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. So this is standard for your normal neck measurement. Then I'll make a curve like that. So you can make use of your curved rule, but I did it because it's kind of difficult working on this fabric. Then for my starting line, I'll take my shoulder to shoulder measurement divided by 2 and mark it out, and then I'm going to come down by half of an inch from that point and connect the line from my shoulder slope. Then from the point we came down by half of an inch, I'm going to mark my shoulder to shoulder measurement divided by 2 again, and I'm going to use my ruler to connect that point. So this is my armhole line. I'm going to mark what I have there divided by 2 to get the center and mark it out. Then from that point, I'll come in by half of an inch and I'll just connect that point to form my armhole line. So you're going to use your armhole curve for this, but like I said, it's too slippery, so I couldn't do it. Then for that singlet effect, on that armhole line, I'm going to come in by 1.5 inches and mark the line like that. So I'm going to be creating a new armhole from this point. So I'm just going to redraw that straight line just like you see me do, and I'm going to get the center and redraw my armhole line. So after doing that, I will cut it out, but before I do that, I'll take my body shaping for this. So this fabric is actually a stretchy fabric, so it doesn't really need much allowance for it. So please use your stretchy fabric and make sure that you're using the side that is stretchy for this. So for my starting line, I'm going to take my shoulder to bust measurement, which is my shoulder to nipple, and I'll mark it out. So I'm not going to mark it out and draw the line because this is white. I don't want to stain it too much. So at that point, I marked it out. I'm going to take my bust round measurement divided by 4, and I'm going to mark it out. I added 1 inch sewing allowance to this, so I don't really need much sewing allowance because this is stretchy. Then I'm going to take my shoulder to waist measurement and I'm going to mark it out. Then I'm going to take the horizontal measurement, which is my shoulder to waist divided by 4, and I'm going to mark it out and add my sewing allowance to it. Then I'll connect the point. Then from that shoulder to waist point, I'm going to take my hip measurement. So if you're on the bigger side, make use of 9 inches, but if you're on the smaller size, make use of 8 inches for your waist to hip measurement. Then on that point, I'll take my hip measurement divided by 4 and I will mark it out and connect the point down like that. This is because I want the lower part to be free to give like an A-line kind of gown. Then I'll just go ahead and cut this out. So this does not have a front or back place, it's just equal. So just go ahead and cut it like that. After cutting it, we're going to fold the armhole side with like half of an inch, and then we're also going to fold the neck side too for both the front and the back, and we're going to fold the hem of this dress too. After folding it, we'll join the shoulders together and then join the sides together, right side facing each other. For the bubu, I made use of 3 yards of my flowered organza fabric. So I've gone ahead to place this on a fold 8 to 4 like we did initially. So I just pinned it out. We're taking our measurements from the side that has double joining, that doesn't have any opening, so please take note of that. Then we're going to take our neck round measurements, which is 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches, just like we did in the other one. Then we're going to just connect the points. Then we're going to take our shoulder to shoulder measurement divided by 2 from the starting line, and we're going to mark it out. Then from that point, we'll then take our extended sleeve. This is a cut together wear that sleeve. So I'm just going to make use of everything I have here. So from that point, I'll come down by 1.5 inches and I'll connect it down to the neck width, just like you see me do. Then from the point we came down by, I'm going to take my shoulder measurement divided by 2. Then I added about 1.5 inches for ease. Then from that point, I'll come in by 3 inches like that to form the armhole. Then I'll just make a curve just like that. Then I'll measure what I have there in total and I'm going to mark it down. I'm going to use this measurement to mark it down so that I can get a straight line. So I'm just going to connect it down to the hem of this dress. Ensure that you've already measured the length of the dress you want and you've already cut out the excess. Please add your sewing allowance for it, or folding allowance. Then I'll take my shoulder to waist measurement there. So I want to know where I'll be adding my belt to this. So from that point we marked, I'll come up by 2 inches so that it can lap very well on the body of your client. So I'll just come up by 2 inches and mark it out. Then at that point I marked out, I'll take my waist measurement divided by 4. Then I'll mark it out, but I'm going to remove about 1 inches or 2 inches from there. Then I'll mark out that point. Then I'm going to turn it over to the other side and I'll be marking the same thing at the other point. My shoulder to waist measurement minus 2 inches. Then from that point I'll take my waist round measurement divided by 4. Then I'll remove about 1 inches and I'll mark that point. So this is where we'll be adding our belt on both sides, so please take note of that. Then on our initial shoulder to waist measurement, the one we didn't come up by anything, I'm going to just mark out. From that point I'll take about 19 inches downwards. Then I'm going to mark it out. So this is where our drawstring is going to be. Then from that shoulder to waist there that we have, you can go ahead and remark it. So we're going to be marking where the drawstring is going to be. So I'm going to be using my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. So I'll just mark what I have there down from the shoulder to waist point. Then I'm going to mark it down to the 19 inches that we took and I'm going to connect a line like that. So this is where our drawstring is going to be attached. So please, I just hope you understand everything I am saying. If you don't understand, please drop a comment and I'll be responding to you. So I'm just going to connect this line down to that 19 inches we marked. So our drawstring will be attached here. Then I'll go ahead and cut it. So this does not have a front or back piece, so the neck measurement is the same thing. Then I'll just cut out the armhole side like that, and then we're going to open up that sleeve part because some parts were on a fold. So this will be using this for the belt, this piece for the belt. Then we're just going to open this bubu up and we're going to separate the front piece from the back. So we want one particular piece that we'll be using to add our belt and our drawstring too. So for this front piece, we're just going to open it up like this because we want to open up that slit. So initially I was looking for the front side or the wrong side of this, but it is a two-faced fabric. It doesn't have a front or a back side, so I'm just going to make use of one side that I'll be using for the back. So I've gone ahead to open it up. So please, I just hope you can see what I'm doing. So I want to cut open my slit. So from that nipple to nipple point that I stopped at, I'll just extend the point downwards. Then from that point, I'll just come out a little bit by like 2 inches at the bottom. So I just hope you can see what I'm doing. So I'll slant my ruler a little bit, just measure like 3 inches there or 4 inches, then slant it like that. So that's how I will be cutting that point away. Then for the other side too, we're going to connect from the nipple point, that point we stopped, that 19 inches down to the edge of this dress for the other side. So this is so that by the time you wear it, you don't have to raise one of your leg before the slit can show. The slit will just show naturally. So we're just going to cut out that point that we marked. I just hope you understand what I'm saying because you can barely see it from here, but just follow what I'm saying and you're going to understand. So now I've gone ahead to cut out the slit. Next up, we're going to just fold the neck side a little bit with like half of an inch, just the way we did for the other side. We're going to fold the height of this and we're going to fold the hem of this dress too. So please take note of that. Then the piece that we have, I'll be using it to connect my drawstring from that shoulder to waist point down to the 19 inches. So I will sew the center first and I'll fold it. So I'm going to still show you details on the sewing machine. So before we do that, we'll just fold this side, fold it, and fold the hem, and also fold the side for the back piece too. Please take note of that. So I've gone ahead to fold the neck side like this, and it is coming out well. So please be careful while folding that neck side because it's difficult folding a circle. So I've also gone ahead to fold this lower end too before I can attach my drawstring. I have my ropes already that I'll be using for the drawstring there. If you can see it, I'll be using 2 ropes for this. So I've gone ahead to join my belt for these two. I'm going to be joining my belt to the points that we marked there before. I've gone ahead to make my belt for this. So the belt is about 5 inches. By the time you fold it, it will be 2.5 inches. You then sew it and seal the end. So we're going to just sew it, secure it on the point we marked out that will be adding our belt. We're going to do the same thing for the other side too. So remember the line we marked from our waist down to 19 inches where our slit started from. I'm going to be adding my casing to it so that I can attach my rope. So ensure your rope is way longer than where the slit started from, so it will not enter inside by the time you are done adding your casing. So I have about 2.5 inches for my casing. I'm going to get the center point. I've gone ahead to fold the end there and to fold the other end too. So ensure that your casing is 19 inches in total. So by the time you fold, it's 20 inches. By the time you fold it to be 19 inches. Then I'm going to place it on that point, the center of the casing. I will then give it a straight stitch here, just like this from the center, following the line. So please take note of that. To make your work easier, you can iron the casing so that you can get the midpoint. Fold the casing and iron it so you can get the midpoint. Then we're going to seal it. So I've gone ahead to give it a straight stitch at the center. So this is what it looks like. Then I'm going to be adding my rope to it. Ensure that all of this you are doing them at the wrong side of your fabric. So I'll just get my rope and place it on one side of the casing, whichever one, because we're going to be adding the rope to both sides, one on each side of the casing. Then we're going to seal that point there like that. So ensure that you sew it firmly, and if you want, after sewing it, you can just drag it a little bit to be sure that the rope does not pull out. So after doing that, we're then going to fold it like this, and we're going to be pushing the rope inward so we don't sew on it. So this fabric is actually transparent, so we can actually see through, so you'll be able to understand it perfectly the way I'm doing. So ensure that you do not sew on your rope. Just fold it and keep sewing it downwards, and you're going to get it right like I'm doing it. So we have to be careful at this point. Ensure that you are pushing the rope inward and you are giving the stitch is very tidy too. So just ensure that you don't sew on the rope, because once you sew on the rope, you have to lose everything so that you can correct it. So you have to be very careful. This is actually on speed mode, but in reality I did it very slowly. So once you are done, you can do the same thing for the other side. So I'm gonna have to place it right side facing each other, the front and the back piece. Then I'm going to sew the shoulders with 1/2 inch, and I'm going to sew the sides too with 1/2 inch. And you can go ahead and weave this out once you are done. So this brings us to the end of this tutorial. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.